Hello and welcome back to our channel today with another major discovery. Our topic will be about the Ark of the Covenant and Djed decoding. Yes, we can finally say that we have found the Ark of the Covenant has been lost for more than 3,000 years. Before I proceed with our video today, please go back to the previous videos where I have decoded the Great Giza Pyramid, the Tree of Life, and the Ankh and the God's Sumerian's bag. It's very highly important that you would go through the other videos to be able to understand the topics that I'm going to be discussing today. Though I will try to make it understandable for those who haven't already studied the previous videos, but to go through all the details about the other ones, because they are mentioned in here, it's going to take us long hours. And what I'm trying to do here with this video is to give the result of the decoding of the Ark of the Covenant. So what I'm gonna be explaining here, I'm supposing people has already watched the other previous videos. But if you don't have the time, please stay tuned and try to comprehend as much as you can. I need your full attention because it's very intertwined subject with a lot of details that is involved in this decoding. Where we found the decoding, it's in the Quran as in the previous decodings as well. In the first chapters of the Quran, there's broken letters. Those broken letters, basically, they are of no meaning if you read them as a one word. But each letter refer to a certain number, as we have discussed previously. It's called in the common abjad sequence. Now let's go back to our decoding. If we sum, like in the previous decodings, the letters, summation of the letters of this sacred words or letters, we get 46. What is 46 then? Here, let's us first read what this verse is saying. Alif Lam Mim Ra. These are the verses of the book. What has been revealed to you, O Prophet, from your Lord is the truth, but most people do not believe. Now, please here focus. It is Allah who erected the heaven without pillars that you can see. Here we're God talking about the unseen pillars upon which the heaven has been erected. If we take it one step at a time, with this decoding, first let's focus on the letters. The letters we said is equate to what? To 46. That's good. Now, what is 46 has to do with the unseen? Look at the Eye of Ra. Sum the ciphers, how much you get? 62, right? Remove the eye from the middle. When you move the eye, what you can do? You will not be able to see, right? You cannot see. Pillars that you cannot see. Remove the 16. What are you getting? 46. Sum those. 5, 10, 2, 18, 11. You get 46. So from the Eye of Ra, if we remove the eye, we get what? The unseen, the Eye of Horus. It equate to what? 46. How much the letters equates in the verse that's talking about the unseen pillars? Yeah, it is 46. 46 from the broken letters, 46 from the Eye of Horus. So, does it stop here? No. So, earlier we have spoke about. Here, God talk about what? The heavens. That's being supported by the pillars, right? Before, when we talked about decoding of the Tree of Life, what we said? That the 64 tetrahedrons that form the basic structure upon which the universe has been created, the first dot, God said, there be light, and there was light, right? This is, I think it's in the Bible. So, from the 33 and 33 tetrahedron cross up and down, which symbolize the son of David. The 64 of them, if you sum 18, 16, 2, 15, 13, it gets you what? The 64. So if we call this is the creation upon which the heaven has been created, so we have the heaven, right, with the 64. What is the reverse of 64? It is 46, right? So if we have the sky, the light, 64, the unseen, what if the light is seen, the unseen, the reverse of it, right? What is it? 46. So reverse of 64, it's what? 46. From the eye of Horus, taken out from the eye of Ra, we have 46, the unseen, and from the letters is what? 46. So we have the pillar, it's equate to what? To 46. Now, interestingly enough, that as we said, that God who created the heaven, the 64 tetrahedrons, without pillars that you can see, the unseen, the pillars in Arabic Abjad, if you sum the letters of pillars in Abjad, it gets you what? 33. So God talking about the pillars that we cannot see. The pillars here, the 64 tetrahedron, are the pillars that we can see. The unseen is the reverse of them, the 46. Can you match it? So it's the light which we can see, inverse of 64 is 46. Can versus cannot see. So that's great, someone would tell me. We found pillars. We found what is the unseen pillars. So what's the relationship with the Djed, right? Well, before we come to this point, someone might tell me like, okay, great, from you reverse the 46, it gets you the same as the summation of the letters for the unseen from the eye, which also the same for the eye of Horus. So eye of Horus 46, the reverse of the seen, unseen is 46. But can you do that simply? Like, why you could just do it like this? Okay, we said also the pillars equal 33, you know. But if there's another proof that you can give us, we come to the other topic. We heard all the time about the concept of so above, so below, right? Well, it's true, but not quite. Let's look again. So here's our tree of life. Remember when we were decoding the Ankh? What we said? That this here, this part, is separate in nature from the lower Sephiroth. Here's the heaven. This is from which the Sumerians got back and the Ankh was decoded. It equates to 111. So this part here, you know, it equates to 111 is the Ankh. Please go back to the Ankh decoding. You will be able to understand what I'm talking about here. So here is the spiritual part and here is the worldly part. So if we talk about that so above, so below, we talked moments ago that this is equate to what? 64. The reverse of it, what we said, it is 46. The unseen, right? What about the 24? The 24, if you reverse it, what you get? You get 42. We know that 42 equates to what? To the word Allah in Abjad. People call it, in the Kabbalist book, they call this is the image of God. So if Allah is 42, the image is what? The reverse of it, 24. So it seems that it's applied to here and to here. Not only that, if you sum this box in here. 18, 13, 13, 8. What I'm getting? 52, right? You see it in here. The reverse of it what? It's 25. And the reverse of 26, it's what? It's 62. So if I am summing all those ciphers, all of them, I'm getting what? 175. If I'm summing the 46, 42, 25, 26, I'm getting what? 175. So as you see in here, when we reverse the 64 with 46 and we reverse the 24 with 42, here it's giving me what? 88. This is actually the ark. Alright? I will explain this decoding later on, but let's continue with the decoding. So here's the ark in these numbers without the reversing, but when we reverse them even with 46 and 42, we still have the ark, so above, so below. And when we reverse this box, that it has to be in the heavens, and we reverse this box, Sephiroth, is giving me 87, 87, 87, 175, 175. The 175, though, on the worldly manner, it is all the Sephiroths, but in the spiritual realm, it's only in this part. That's why we are reversing only the box in here, reversing this one, and reversing the upper part. We are not reversing the lower parts. So this is another kind of proof that the reversing of the tree of life of the 64 can give us what? The unseen. So just to summarize here, we have proven that from the eye of Ra, when we can get the unseen, the eye of Horus, which is 46, we can get also the 64 reverse of it, the unseen pillars, 46 from 64. And we have proven that if we reverse the 64, make it 46, and changing 24 to 42, so above, so below, it hold true that this is the part of the what? Of the ark. Now, here, so far we talk about what? The pillars. And so what about the Ark of the Covenant? We have mentioned already here that the ark is equal to 88. But from where it came? Well, I wanted to start with it, but I want you to hold on with me till this part, to this point, to explain the decoding of the Ark of the Covenant. So there's another verse in the Quran. It says as follows: "Their prophet said to them, the sign of his kingship is that the ark shall come to you, carried by the angels, having therein tranquility from your Lord, and the remaining of what the house of Moses and the house of Aaron has left. Surely it's in there a sign for you if you are a believer." Verse number 248. 248. Now, if you look here, what you have? This is from the Book of the Dead. A symbol representing the Djed with the Ankh and two arms holding the sun god, or the disk god. They call it the Eye of Ra, or representing the Eye of Ra. Now, from the decoding of the tree of life that we get from the Quran, if we follow the symbol in here, sum these parts, 2, 15, 16, 13, 18, And add plus it 24. What do you get? 88. I have this part. Now what about the hands? Sum 18, 8, 21, 13, 13. You get what? 73. Alright, good enough. Now the last part, the ankh, if I sum 26, 13, 8, 21, 19, what I'm getting? 87. Sum 88, 73, 87, what I'm getting? 248. What is the verse, the number that it's talking about the ark? It's 248. Not only that. So just by following the symbol in here and matching to the tree of life, I'm getting 248 from the decoding of the tree of life from another verse in the Quran. Not this verse, by the way. It's another verse. It starts with broken letter Ha Mim Ain Sin Kaf. So coming back here, in this verse, it's talking about what? What is the Ark of Covenant is made from? The Ark, carried by angels, it has tranquility and remains. So what if I sum the Ark in abjads, as we spoke about here, the abjads, in Arabic alphabets? The Ark conveniently equal to what? 88. So the ark, which we get it from here, equal 88. It's true in Arabic abjad, it's 88. What about the angels? If we sum Arabic, in Arabic abjad, the angels, the words of angels in Arabic, malaika, it's equate to 73. 73. 73. The angels holding the what? The ark. The ark carried by the angels. Cool, nice. Let's continue. It has inside it what? Remains and the tranquility. The remain and the tranquility equal to what? 87. So just from the summation of the words in this verse, the ark, the angels, the remain and tranquility, I'm getting what? 248. 248. And from looking at the verse number, also it equals to 148, and from the symbol, I'm getting what? 248. That's the Ark of the Covenant. But you will tell me, wait a minute, what about this in here? This is the Djed, the representative of Osiris, right? Let's go back in here then. So we spoke about the God is in this verse, Allah who erected heaven without pillars that you can see. We prove it. It's the 46. So if this is heaven, and here you have 4 pillars, as the Syrian saying that these are representing of the Djed, representing of 4 pillars of the skies, of the heaven. This standing on what? On a pillar, right? How many pillars there are? 4. So if the tree of the Ark of Covenant is equating to 148, as we see in here, if the Ark of the Covenant, as depicted in the Book of the Dead, equate to 148, and the Djed, the unseen pillar, equal to 46, there is 4 of them. How much is the summation of them? 248 plus 46 times 4, I'm getting what? 432. We know all, we spoke about it before for the decoding of the Great Giza Pyramid, that 432, it is what? It's the natural frequency of what? The frequency of the universe. Is that a coincidence? No, I can even prove it more further. Look in here. What I get, the depiction with the heaven in here, as you see, standing on what? On 2 Djed. So I have 4 and 4. So as we said moments ago, if 64 is the heaven, 64 is the heaven, and the reverse of it, 46, is the pillar. So if the heaven is 64 and the Djed is 46. How many pillars we have in here? 4, 4, 8. Come in here, heaven, 8 pillars, something together. What am I getting again? 432. So from this symbol, I'm getting the natural frequency of the universe, 432. From the symbol of the Ark of the Covenant, standing on the pillars, I'm getting what? 432. And not only that, if I come over here, we said that we reverse the 64. We get what? 46, right? So what is the relationship between those? If I subtract 64 minus 18, please focus on this number, 18. What I'm getting? 46. If I subtract 42 minus 18, what I'm getting? 24. Remember here, the reverses, so above, so below, the 64 and the 24, the reversal, both of them, which here we said there's the arc, is intertwined somehow with the, it's correlated, correlated with number 18. So what about number 18, you will tell me? Keep this in mind, please, okay? Now look at the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Ra, we said that the broken letter, it is equate to what? It's equate to 60. And the Eye of Horus, it equate to 44. The Eye of Ra actually coming from what? If you ask me from which letters, it's coming from Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad. It's 11, 5, 10, 16. Look, 18 I have in the Eye of Ra. In the Eye of Horus, look what I have. Alif, Lam, Mim, Sad. 1, 12, 13, again, 18. So if I sum all the numbers except 18 and I sum all the numbers for Eye of Ra and Eye of Horus, what I'm getting? 42 plus 18 equals 60, as we mentioned earlier. And 26 plus 18 equals what? 44. So I have what? 18, 18, summation of 18. So is the 18 here is also capable of reversing those numbers? Well, let's see. First, before we continue, why you would tell me that the Eye of Horus is this one? Because simply if this is 60 and this is 44, what is the difference between them? It's 16. And remember here, when we spoke about that if we remove the 16, we get what? The Eye of Horus. Let's come back here. So, I have, here we said, the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus, they both have the number 18 with the other summation. So, let's try to see if it will reverse them. Sum 42 plus 26. Look, 42, the first group of number from Eye of Ra with the first group of number from the Eye of Horus. Sum them together, what you get? 68. Now add this 68 to what? To the 18 that reversed earlier before the 64 of the heaven and the image of God. What did give me? 86. So it seems that 18 here also is reversing the number from 68 to 46. Now, what if I just simply reverse 42 plus 26 from here? 42, 26. Let me just reverse them. First, I added this one with this one and added to 18. It reversed it to 86. So what if I just reverse 42 and 26? What I'm getting? 24 plus 62. What I'm getting? 86. So it means this confirmed that the reversal property of the number 18 in the Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus, the heaven and the unseen pillar, and what? The image of God, with 5 things. Is that a coincidence? Now here's the nice conclusion. Reversing all numbers we mentioned earlier for the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus, you will get, instead of 42, you will get 24. Instead of 18, you will get 81. Eye of Horus, 60. Instead of 26, you get 62. Instead of 18, you get 81. Something together, what do you give you? 248. 248 is what? If you still remember, 248, it is, yes, it is the symbol of the Ark of the Covenant. 248, as we can see in here as well. 248, 248 from the verse and from the abjects. Now, just to summarize everything, here we were able to decode the Ark of the Covenant from the symbol from the Book of the Dead, which is it's the heaven held by the angels, 73, held by the angels, 73. This is the Ark, 88. So above, so below, when we reverse 64 by 46, Allah with the image of God, 24, is hold ground, 88, 88, 88, 88. We were able to decode the Djed for the first time, which is correlate with the Osiris. You have the 4 Djed. It equates to 46 from the summation of the broken letter, from the reversing of the heaven, 64 Tetrahedron, to become 46, and from the Eye of Horus, if we remove the eye, we get the 46 from this symbol. And so all together, we said that the Ark of the Covenant, adding the 4 Djed, it equates to 432, the natural frequency. And from the other symbol of the heaven, supported by 8 Djed, equate again to what? To 432. And we have proven that the Eye of Ra and Eye of Horus, it gives you what? The Ark of the Covenant, 248. Now, as we said before, that from the 64 tetrahedron we get the basic structure of upon which the universe has been constructed. Let there be light. Now we have the geometry of the pillars of the skies. I want to here add something. If there is anything that is unseen in the universe, what is it? The black holes. I'm not sure about yet. I need more research to understand the geometry of these 4 pillars, the 4 Djed. But I am sure I just landed on a very major discovery in physics that will get us one step, huge step into the future with the technology and understanding of our universe. And all it came from the holy book, Quran, the words of Allah, the God of the Muslims, the Christians, and the Jews, who sent the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. The Quran came to reveal what has been hidden, what has been concealed from information that God has revealed earlier to the ancient times, again this time through the Quran. Some of those information has been lost since more than 3,000 years ago, but other information was kept secret by some people who doesn't want this knowledge for the whole humanity. Here it comes again for all humanity to benefit from, with this small contribution from me to the world. I don't say it's because of my smart or intelligent mind that I was able to do so. I only claim that it's because of the will of God and His blessing that I was able to decode all those: the Ark of the Covenant, the Djed, the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Ra, the Great Giza Pyramid, and the others. Stay tuned, there is more information I would like to share with you. Until then, peace. Wassalamu alaikum.